Hello, my friend, Stephanie Bernard at the Stamps of Life. Every once in a while, Ken and I open up questions on Facebook and Instagram for me to answer on camera. And so we did that this afternoon, and so there's a few to answer. And what we do is we videotape all of our videos for 1 month in 1 day. We spend all day taping. And so we're near the end, and so we have these questions to answer, and so we thought we'd answer them today. The first one from Facebook is from Sue, and she said, where did you get the stamp pad holder on your back counter? And I'm pretty sure she means that one right there. It's a beauty, isn't it? I got it actually from Color Snap or Clear Snap Color Box. It's actually a retail display, and sadly, it's not something we can sell because I think it was like our cost was $50. It's like or $54 plus shipping, which is like way outrageous. But it's not actually. It wouldn't be good for your off or your location where you are because it's a retail display, so it's mainly only to hold a couple colors. I stuff it with different colors, and you can kind of see it, but it's hard to get back to the ones. So it's great for display, but it's not good to use. So you're not really missing out on that one. Just a heads up. But a good question. Michelle said, not a question, but I have to say, I received the Stephanie Girl Stamp and Die, Steffi Doll 1. It's amazing, really big, just love it. I will get them all. Well, thank you. We're really excited about that one. It was kind of weird for me to design a stamp set about kind of myself. So I kind of changed it up a little bit, and I made the dog not be Cookie because I didn't want it to be too much about Stephanie, but it's just kind of fun to have like a doll. And we needed a doll. We didn't have one. I've had many people ask for one. So now we have Steffi Doll, and you will be seeing more of her. She is quite large. I'm a big fan of larger sizes of stamps. I like it to take up the whole card. I don't want it to be little tiny critters on the card. I like it to be larger. So she is larger, but she's still designed to go on a standard card size. So I'm excited about her. And if you scrapbook, you can also use her in your scrapbooks as well. Jennifer on Facebook asked, what is your favorite product to design? Stamps, dies, pattern paper, etc. Oh, gosh. Probably dies. And when I say dies, I don't mean stamps that match the dies, but I mean like different configurations of dies, like the drop-in dies or a flip-it die. I'd like to come up with new technology, the fold-its where I added the new technology onto the old technology, things like that. I like to just like think a little bit more outside the box. So that's really fun to do. But stamp sets are really fun also to do because I get to be I can design exactly what I have in my head, meaning when you design a stamp set, you can translate it easier from your mind to the paper, or actually I design directly into the computer. So from the mind to the computer, it's directly there. Whereas when you design a die set, it's just lines that don't necessarily make sense because you have to translate it differently for the computer so the die factory can make the dies. Does that make sense? So the stamp images, you get to see exactly what it's going to look like. The dies, you don't. It's a different formulation for translating the artwork. Does that even make sense? It makes sense in my brain, but I don't know if it makes sense in real life. Pattern paper is really fun to design because again, it's like the stamp images where what you see is what you get. And so I can know, oh, this flower, that, that. And that's really fun. And pattern paper is very easy to design. Once you have the general formulation, it's easy to design. So I can usually bust out a pattern paper pad when I have all the ideas written down that I want to do. I can usually bust out a pattern paper pad, well, probably in about 3 or 4 hours, which is fast for me. When I design stamps, I know this is way more information than you asked for, but when I design stamps, what I do is I'll design them and then I go away for 2 days. I ignore the art for 2 days and then I go back to it and I go, oh, okay, now I need to tweak this, tweak that, tweak this, do this, do this, do that, because I always want it to be, it's kind of like writing a book. You always have someone proofread it. Well, when I design, I always proofread it later and go, oh, that line's not right. I need to fix that or I need to do that. So I always wait about a full week before I actually send the art off to be made into stamps. So that's interesting. And then I know there were some on Instagram too. And luckily I know Ken's code because his phone went off. Okay. Sharon on Instagram asks, are you going to be coming out with more new colors? Yes. Right? Are they out yet? I don't know. That's a funny question. as you may or may not know, my brain and my design and everything is it's 3, 6, 9, or 12 months ahead of what you see. So I know new colors are coming, but I don't know if they're out yet. That's an interesting thing. So we're going to end up with 30 colors eventually, plus white, of course. So I don't know. It sounds like I don't think all of them are out yet. So yes to your answer, to your question. Sorry, but because I know what's already been done, I just don't know if you know about them all yet. Isn't that crazy? I know, it's weird to think. It's a weird life. It really is. And then when will there be new mini ink pads? We are hoping to have new mini ink pads probably the first half of next year. Just a heads up. There's so much, you have to invest in the new colors, and you have to like pay extra to have the pads printed, and then the smaller lids printed, and it just kind of adds up. Let's see. Reed Ranch Life. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Will you do an ink, cardstock, and pattern paper set? Meaning much like a card kit, but 2 to 3 of each color. Probably not. We like to do it in sets of just the pattern paper, or just the cardstock, or just the ink pads, because a lot of times people will say, well, I don't want the mini ink pad, or oh, I didn't want the pattern paper. So we try to appease everyone, and it's easier if we do it all just like that, sell it separately, because then people can pick and choose what they like. Good idea, though. Sneakerhead Mom said, when will your show schedule be available? Good question. We just taped that video. I think the video before I taped this one. We're releasing our show schedule. Kenny, when are we going to release that schedule? Do you know? Before January. Soon. It's December. Sometime in December, we will be releasing that video and the dates of our 2019 dates. Just a heads up, we're going to new places this year, which I'm excited about, and a lot of our old ones. So we're going to be a lot of different places, which is going to be fun. Luckily, I travel with Ken, so we're together all the time, so it's not a big deal. Because when you travel by yourself, it kind of gets boring, but it's fun. It's good. Let's see. Melissa's asking, will your new colors come in markers? As of right now, probably not, because we have to have 12 colors to do a marker set, and we only have 6. So probably not yet. If ever, probably not yet. Will we be coming out with more shiny yummies? Never say never. But as of right now, the answer is no. They didn't sell very well, honestly. I'll be honest with you. They didn't sell very well. Honestly, I think because there's so much in a jar, we had to charge X amount. And I think people don't realize how much are in each jar. So they didn't sell well. But you never know. Never say never. Never say never. And if you like the yummies, go for the card kit, because there's lots of yummies in the card kit. Let's see. Oh, Debbie is asking about my collaboration with Totally Tiffany. Yes, Tiff and I from Totally Tiffany, the organization girl, she and I are BFFs. We went to China together for a week. We had a blast. I was sad to say goodbye to her. I miss her. I haven't seen her in like 2 weeks. It's been weird. She lives in Seattle area. I live in Southern California, but we went to China and we had a blast. Yes, we're working on something together. When is it going to be officially announced? That is a question for Tiff. I'm going to throw that back out at her. I don't know. But just think of my creativity and her organization. It's just, and we both do that all the time. It's going to be very awesome. It's going to be fun. Yeah, we're excited about that. And we got a lot of work done when we were overseas, so something's coming. Something's coming. It's exciting. And will you ever do a Stamps of Life app? Probably not. We've been working on a new website for probably 3 years now, and we're having a really rough time. And the thought of doing an app makes my head want to explode, honestly, because I think Ken would probably drown me in the swimming pool if I said I wanted to do an app. The website is taking years off our life. So let's just put it that way. Right, Kenny? Oh gosh. Running a business is insane, I tell you. I just want to sit and make cards and stamp and die cut all day. And sadly, I have to deal with other people and other companies. And it's just not as fun. I just want to do this right here. You and me. We're just going to do this. Let's just do this. Let's see. Betty is asking from Instagram, will the classes next year in 2019 be the same at shows? Yes. So for example, the class I teach in Texas at the shows for 2019 will be the same class I teach in Orlando. So Texas, Orlando, it'll all be the same, but it's a new class. New class for 2019. We're taking, I know, the titles always seem to be kind of the same, but it's all new. Just saying it right now, all new, okay? All new class. It's gonna be a demo lecture only class because I have so much to share with you. I want you to get it. And you're gonna get a free cool swag bag full of goodies. So it's way worth it. And who doesn't want to listen to me talk for an hour, right? No, I'm kidding. But yeah, it's gonna be all new for next year. The last question from Betty also is, when is the next online class? That is a very good question. I think I was told it's in March. I don't plan that schedule. Luckily, I have a team that does that, and they just say, guess what you're doing? And I say, oh, okay, you know, because I can't keep track of everything. I'm telling you, the mind just like, but yes, it's coming. I believe it's in March, and I'm sure you're going to love it. Our online classes have been fantastic. If you've not done one of our online classes, you need to check them out. You can purchase the products and the recorded versions. I think we have we've ordered extras of some of them, so you can go online and order them and watch them at your leisure over and over and over and over again. It's so much fun, right? I know, it's exciting. Well, thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Facebook and Instagram questions and answers. I will see you again soon. Again, if you need more, go check out my YouTube or my website, thestampsoflife.com, because there's lots more. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.